watching. Why not?
I'm sorry, Anne. It's too late.
It isn't even 5 o'clock.
I don't mean like that. Things are different now.
Why? What things?
You see, you're right, Anne. Real men don't miss about dreaming. I could kiss you, but it won't be like I dreamt it'd be.
Oh, Christ. Not another one, Nurps. Is this content provider on holiday, or Charlie or something?
Listen, the ideas will soon dry up, so milk it for all it's worth, Purps.
But he can't even get our bloody names right. Why did he give us such stupid names that are so easy to mix up?
Enough of this self-referential fourth wall breaking. Let's stop disappearing up our arses and get to the subject at hand.
Which is what, Hairy Purple?
Which is the weird and pretty disturbing world of the early 60s to early 80s subgenre of the Bildungsroman movie.
The fuck are you on about?
Philistine.
Never even
I
been
mean,
there.
we're going to look at a few of the early movies where later teen sex comedies such as American Pie and Superbad derived their DNA from either consciously or subconsciously.
The fuck are you on about?
For God's sake, Purps, how can I put it plainer?
Try
We're
using
going to look
English,
at
you
coming-of-age
pretentious
sexual
git.
liberation movies from the 60s through to the 80s.
What the hell for? You do know the world's absolutely fracked right now. Why wallow in this utterly irrelevant trivia?
Well, you know, something to do, ain't?
Fair enough. What's first on this what I thunk tour of yours?
Well, the granddaddy of all on this list is Summer with Monika. I guess you've heard of it, right?
You guess wrong, my hairy pompous friend. Is it any good?
Is it any good? Actually, I've never seen it, but it's by Ingmar Bergman and it stars the voluptuous Harriet Anderson. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and it ticks all those coming-of-age motifs or tropes.
If I knew the difference between a motif and a trope, I'd go, ooh, well, I never. But who gives a fruit-tarking frick? Still, she says, instantly regretting the question, what are they?
Well, it sets the blueprint for disaffected male pseudo-virgins stuck in some bog-awful town, apparently, who wind up during the summer with some enigmatic ethereal beauty who seems impossible to attain. Then he gets to see her tits, by which time longing is consummated or denied, and he has some epiphany or other that sex isn't the answer, or he hits her and buggers off.
That just sounds like a huge pile of male wish fulfillment shit and scando wank to me, and this is a whole subgenre.
It sure is, Purps, one that is revisited time and again upon subsequent generations with only one overriding question the target audience wants an answer to.
Which is, Nurps? No, actually, don't bother answering. I think I know.
I would say you don't unless you're a mind reader. How could you?
When does magical pixie girl get her tits out for the lads?
Oh, well, okay. Not quite how I was going to put it. I was going to say how, as the female Persephone strips bare, the male totems of lust and longing reach the apotheosis of completion, only to realize that the reality cannot possibly match their fantasies, a theme running all the way through these films.
Oh, that's what you get for mucking around at that end of the market.
No, it's more than that,
What bloody
Purps.
wank?
You're turning pathos into bathos and denuding the tragedy of growing up and being stripped of your naivete.
Whatever.
Take the next one under discussion here, Billy Liar.
Oh, I've
This
seen
dealt with a
that.
Walter
It's
Mitty
good.
like character, played brilliantly by Tom Courtenay, who longed for escape and saw it in the luscious form of Julie Christie, and then lost his nerve, returning to mundanity and his dreams.
Yeah, she was too good for that loser.
He rejected the reality of Jill for the fantasy. Essentially, Billy only lied to himself.
Okay, that was one I saw, and I tell you, I couldn't relate to anyone in that movie, except the one who kept eating. Billy was a total shit to her. Put me right off him.
That's another motif. The down-to-earth plain Jane who represents reality to the youthful
boy
protagonist.
cucks can
Anyway,
all go
the next
fuck
one is a
themselves.
real weird one, coming at the end of the 60s in the UK, which is a poor choice of words when it comes to this film.
Okay, so what fills me with slight dread is the phrase end of the 60s, a notoriously self-indulgent time for me-generation male filmmakers obsessed with sex, drugs, and their own bloated narcissistic tendencies for self-realization, usually using women as objects to fulfill their rancid desires. Is this film an example of that?
Might be blast you, Purps. It's exactly like that, except
Probably also got some weird psychedelic name that meant something to misogynistic pricks, but to no one else.
oh, damn you, yes, it's Here We Go Around the Mulberry Bush, and it's really odd.
Okay, isn't that nice-looking bloke the insufferably leery teacher from Mind Your Language?
Yes, curse you, Purps. Barry Evans, and he's surrounded by such lesser-known icons as Judy Geesam,
Bet she got her boobs out.
Angela Scowler,
Bond girl.
Denholm Elliott,
Hell was he doing in this crap?
and even Christopher Timothy, who plays a right tombstone, toothy, lecherous twit.
He got them cleaned up for all creatures great and small then.
Well, he'd have frightened the dogs, I suppose. Anyway, this movie is all over the place. It was supposed to be set in swinging London, but was actually filmed in what was a new build town at the time, so it looks like an oddly sterile place full of brutalist buildings and semi-detached brown bricks, which is the most interesting thing in the movie. How similar and different things were then, as opposed to today in the south of England.
So, does he go around leering at young women and teens with a hard-on then, going, "Pwar," throughout its runtime?
Not quite, Purps. Your batting average for guessing the themes has fallen off a bit. In the first two-thirds of this movie, it is like that, with Evans' character being an obnoxious, sneering, entitled chauvinist, hopping from one docile girl to another. Then the magical pixie turns up, but Geeson's character is a bit too good for him. Sure, the bangers come out, but she sees through his facile egoism pretty quickly. Unfortunately, he learns bugger all, to be honest. The final shot of him is at work on the buses after leaving school, leering at a tasty bird. Shame, because it briefly touched upon the toxic preoccupation of the young males and their vapid and stunted sexual obsessions with women at that time, but the writer and director didn't have the insight to explore that idea. What we get instead is the same loathsome objectifier, typical of that age, who uses women like sex dolls. It's awful.
So no thumbs up from Harry Nurple with that one. Still, if you want a good look at the Newtown Stevenage in 1968, check it out. What's next, Nurps?
Finally, let's go on to the relatively more enlightened decade of the 80s with the charming Gregory's Girl.
Oh, yes, that's the one where two male teachers are snickering and leching over teenage girls from the staff room window.
Okay, well, they're not supposed to be seen in a good light as they're making fun of the protagonist, a rather delightful, happy idiot in the form of Gregory.
Yeah, he's sweet, isn't he? Although he spends most of the movie thirsting over the wrong girl. Still, I suppose it's a point in its favour that no objectified girl gets their knockers out, thank God, apart from a peeping Tom scene and Gregory himself. The only movie where the females are partially in control, but still idealised a bit. Nice to see things moved on.
Yes, you can say the movie was a real turning point in the coming-of-age genre.
Of course, there was Porky's,
All right,
2,
okay.
3, 4,
Point made.
Class, Secret
Got
of
it.
My Success, Big,
Bit of a
Frack
stretch, that
knows
one.
what they were thinking, Road Trip, American Pie, Euro Trip, Spider-Man,
MJ or
and so
Gwen
on.
never got their
Yeah,
jubblies out
we've
for
learnt
Peter.
so much.
Yes, that is exactly my point. The Bildungsroman is still very much part of the male aspirational model even today.
Good-o! It's good to see that the entire focus of male aspirations and epical learning points still seems to be the unveiling of a couple of pert mammary glands.